Hey everyone, welcome back to Speakify, the English podcast. I'm Ross.
And I'm Emily, and today we're talking about one of the most frustrating things every English learner goes through, trying to understand fast English.
Yup. You know that moment when you're watching a movie or chatting with a native speaker, and suddenly it's like, boom! They just dropped 10 words in half a second.
Right. You're sitting there like, wait, was that even English?
Exactly. And listen, if that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. Literally every learner has that Drake at the Grammys face, just smiling like you understand everything, but low-key lost.
Yeah, and the worst part is when you think you're getting better at English, like you understand your teacher, your podcast lessons, your grammar's on point, but then you hear native speakers and it's like, boom! Confidence gone faster than Virat Kohli's wicket on a bad day.
Yeah, that hits hard. You go from I'm fluent to back to where you started from in 2 seconds.
Right. A lot of our listeners commented things like,
I understand slow English perfectly, but when it's fast, it's so hard to keep up, especially in social situations. And honestly, that frustration is totally normal because we went through the exact same thing. Yeah, it's not that you don't know English. It's that your ears and brain haven't been trained for real-life speed.
we'll break down why it feels so hard to follow, what native speakers are actually doing when they talk fast, and share some simple exercises that really helped us, ones you can start using today.
So if fast English ever makes you feel lost or overwhelmed, stay with us. By the end of this episode, you'll have new tools, clear strategies, and way more confidence to handle English in movies, songs, or real conversations.
Trust us, if we could learn to understand fast English, you can too.
All right, so now that we know fast English isn't your enemy, let's talk about why it sounds so different from the English you learned in class.
Yeah, because in textbooks, everything's super clear and separated. Like, what are you doing today? But in real life, nobody talks like that.
Yeah, no one's out there saying, what are you doing today? As if Siri is having a breakdown. Real people say something more like, what you doing today? And if you blink, you'll miss half of it.
Exactly. And that's because native speakers connect their words. It's called connected speech. So instead of saying every word separately, we kind of blend them together.
Yeah, your teacher says, I want to eat, but your friend says, I want to eat. That little sound change makes a big difference when you're listening fast.
And here's the funny part. We didn't even notice we were doing that until we started teaching. I remember when I listened back to my own recordings and thought, wait, do I always talk like that?
Spoiler, yes, she does.
Okay, guilty. But that's reason number one. Native speakers connect words together, so you hear one long sound instead of individual words.
Now let's talk about reduced sounds. This is another sneaky reason English sounds fast.
Right, we love to shrink words. For example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna, got you becomes gotcha.
And my personal favorite, did you becomes didja, like did ya eat yet?
Exactly, and if you're waiting to hear the full "did you eat yet?" you'll never hear it. You'll just hear "did ya eat?"
It's kind of like English went on a diet. We just dropped half the sounds.
That's one way to put it. But seriously, this is why English sounds so quick, because you're listening for sounds that, honestly, we never say.
All right, next one. Speed and rhythm. Native speakers don't talk word by word. They speak in rhythm.
Yeah, it's kind of like music. Some words are strong and stressed on. Those are the beats. And some are weak and light. Those are like the background.
You know how Eminem or Divine ride the beat perfectly? English isn't random. It's got flow. For example, I'm going to go to the store. You probably hear gonna and store clearly, right?
Exactly. The other words, I'm, and, to the, just slide by. You barely notice them.
That's why when beginners listen, they're like, wait, did they just skip half the sentence? But we didn't. We just softened the small words.
Once you start feeling the rhythm instead of focusing on every word, English gets so much easier to understand.
All right, final one. Slang and informal English. This is where things get fun.
Or confusing, because native speakers shorten everything. How are you becomes how you doin'. Did you eat yet becomes jeet yet.
Yeah, the first time I heard jeet yet, I thought someone said cheese stick. I was like, what are we eating?
Honestly, same. But that's real everyday English. It's not wrong. It's just how people talk naturally.
And here's the secret. Once your ears get used to these little changes, you'll start recognizing the pattern. It's like unlocking a hidden level in a game.
Yup. And just when you think you've got it figured out, surprise. There's one more thing that makes it even trickier: accents.
Oh yeah, the ultimate plot twist of English learning.
Seriously, English is spoken all around the world: the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and a bunch of other places. And every accent has its own sound, rhythm, and speed.
And that's the thing. It's not just fast, it's different. Different sounds, rhythm, and even slang.
So if English sometimes sounds like chaos, it's not because you're bad at listening, it's because your brain's trying to match textbook English with real-world English, and they're not always the same thing.
Exactly. But once you understand what's really happening when native speakers talk fast, everything changes.
And that's where we're headed next.
All right, now that we've survived accents and slangs, let's look at what's really going on when native speakers talk fast.
Yeah, 'cause spoiler alert, most of the time we're not speaking the same perfect English you find in textbooks. Instead, they use something we call natural speech.
And it's got 4 key features that make it sound fast, and sometimes impossible to understand if you're not used to it.
First up, linking. Native speakers love to connect words together like they're glued.
For example, instead of look at that, it becomes look at that.
Yup, get out of here turns into get outta here. The end of one word gets linked to the start of the next one.
It's like English words are in a relationship, always holding hands. But once your ear picks up that pattern, everything sounds clearer.
Next, we have contractions. Instead of I am, we say I'm. We will becomes we'll.
Even there is becomes theirs. Remember theirs, and there is not the same. These tiny changes make the sentence smaller and faster.
Yeah, if you wait to hear we will see, good luck. By the time you finish, we've already said we'll see and moved on to the next topic.
All right, here's a sneaky one. Dropping sounds. Sometimes we just delete parts of words.
Yup, like next time becomes next time, or I'm going to becomes I'm gonna, or my favorite, want to, turns into wanna.
And kind of becomes kinda.
So, yeah, if it sounds like we're swallowing half the words, that's because we actually are.
And last but not least, stress and rhythm.
English has a natural beat to it, kind of like rap, but polite, so we don't give equal time to every word. For example, I'm gonna grab some coffee. You clearly hear grab and coffee, right?
That's why when you speak to native speakers socially, you don't catch small words. They're not speaking a secret code. That's just how they speak.
And the best part? These patterns repeat everywhere in movies, TikToks, songs, daily conversations, literally everywhere. Once you start spotting them, it's like turning on real-life subtitles in your head. But in order to do that, understanding the next part is very important.
Let's talk about something super important, the psychology of listening. Ever notice how when someone talks super fast, you don't just get confused, you kind of panic? Your heart's like, wait, what? And your brain freezes.
Totally normal. That's not your English level. That's your brain trying to catch sounds it's not used to. Your brain's built to recognize patterns from your first language. And since you're trying to translate while listening, your brain's multitasking. But the thing is, there's no time. By the time you translate one word, the speaker's already 5 words ahead.
Exactly. That's why step 1 is, don't panic. Missing words is normal. Focus on the main idea. Your brain is smart. It can fill in gaps just from context.
Think about it. Even native speakers don't catch every single word. They rely on context, too. The more you train your ear to focus on meaning, not perfection, the faster you'll understand.
All right, now let's break down the golden principles. The daily habits that make fast English feel less like noise and more like rhythm. Rule number 1, don't chase every word.
If you do, you'll drown. Catch the main keywords. Like if someone says, "Man, I was tired last night, but still went out for sushi with my cousin."
You just need tired, out, sushi, and cousin to understand what happened.
Rule number 2, listen for context.
If the conversation is about food and someone says, "I'm gonna grab some," you already know it's lunch, not laundry.
Rule number 3, train your ears for common patterns.
Wanna, gotta, oughta, dunno. They're everywhere. Once you recognize them, everything suddenly slows down in your brain.
Rule number 4, shadowing.
Pick a 10-second clip, maybe from a YouTube short or a movie, and repeat exactly how they say it. Don't fix grammar, copy the rhythm.
Yeah, if Thanos says, "What you up to?" say it like that, not "What are you up to?"
You're training your ear and your mouth at the same time.
Rule number 5, listen multiple times.
The first time you'll get lost. The second time, it's easier. By the third time, it's clear. Repetition literally rewires your brain for English speed.
Rule number 6, mix accents.
Start and focus on one accent, maybe American or British, then start moving to different ones. Hearing variety builds flexibility, so you don't freeze when someone sounds different.
Rule number 7, active listening.
Don't just let English play in the background. Pause, note words, repeat. That's how you actually grow.
Even 10 to 15 minutes daily can make your ears level up. And hey, before we move on, can we talk about something real for a sec? If you spend hours scrolling through Reels or TikToks anyway, use that time smartly. Instead of just zoning out, start paying attention to how people actually talk. Notice how they drop sounds, use slang, link words like gonna, gotta, lemme, whatcha. That's real English.
Exactly. Every short video is a listening workout in disguise. So next time you're scrolling, don't just laugh and swipe. Pause, replay, repeat what you hear. Turn your chill scroll time into ear training time.
That's the trick. Don't wait for a study session. Use what's already in your day. Songs, memes, vlogs, they're all teaching you patterns if you listen differently.
All right, now let's save you from some time-wasting mistakes.
Mistake number 1, trying to understand every word.
No one does that. Not even natives. It's about meaning, not perfection.
Mistake number 2, only listening to slow English.
If you stay in the teacher voice zone forever, real conversations will sound like rap battles.
Mistake number 3, listening once and giving up.
It's okay if you don't get it the first time. Repetition is literally the secret weapon.
Mistake number 4, being too hard on yourself.
Saying I'll never understand is the biggest block. Your mindset matters just as much as your practice.
So yeah, stay curious, not critical. Keep going, even when it feels tough.
All right, let's make it fun, because learning English doesn't have to feel like studying.
1. Lip sync challenge. Take a short clip from a movie, reel, or TikTok. Turn off captions and try to lip sync every word exactly how they say it. You'll train your ears and your mouth at the same time. Bonus, it's low-key hilarious when you replay it.
Number 2, rap a rhyme. Pick a rap verse or fast song. Doesn't matter if it's Eminem or Doja Cat, and practice spitting it clearly. It's like practicing like a rap god.
Number 3, accent swap. Watch short clips in different English accents, British, Aussie, American, and try saying one sentence in each accent. It's super fun and helps your brain adjust to real-world English variety.
Idea number 4, voice match game. Record a line from your favorite show, then record yourself saying it exactly the same way. Same speed, same emotion, same vibe. Play them back side by side and see how close you get. It's like karaoke, but for speaking confidently.
All right, real talk. We know listening to fast English can feel exhausting. There were so many times we felt like, nope, this is impossible. But it's not. It's just a skill.
Think of it like music. The first time you hear a new song, it's all noise. Listen a few times and suddenly you're singing along.
Exactly. English is the same. At first it's chaos, then it starts to make sense, then one day it just clicks.
So celebrate the small wins. Today, maybe you understood one extra phrase. Tomorrow, a full sentence. Next week, a full conversation.
You got this. Fast English isn't a wall. It's just a level to unlock. And trust us, once you get through this stage, the world of English opens up for real. Earth.
All right, that's it for today's episode of Speakify. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who's also battling fast English. And practice together.
Yep, 2 ears are better than 1. We'll see you in the next one, where we'll show you how to train your brain to think in English instead of translating. Oof, that's gonna be a good one. Don't miss it. See ya.
Before you go, tell us in the comments, what's the hardest part for you when listening to fast English? Is it catching the words, staying calm, or not translating?